What began as an inspiration in 2011 is now a reality. Welcome to the Asia Minor and Pontus Hellenic Research Center in Chicago at 801 West Adams Street, Suite 230. Its mission is the collection and dissemination of vital information about the history of Hellenism of Asia Minor, of its extraordinary civilization of more than 2,000 years, one that heralded great scientists, philosophers, the arts, and other contributions to Western civilization, and of its ultimate destruction in just 10 short years from 1913 to 1923 at the hands of the Turkish regime of the Ottoman Empire. The center's director is George Mavropoulos.
The contribution to the Western civilization has to be told because the expulsion, the end of the Greek presence in their homeland of 3,000 years is a huge kind of a chapter in the Greek history that has to be told.
The Asia Minor and Pontus Hellenic Research Center has quickly become a repository for valuable research papers and more than 1,000 books and other documents, thanks in large part to the generosity of the estate of the late Professor Harry J. Somiadis.
This is the physical entity of this collection of the books and the establishment of the research center. We have a lot to do from here on.
Supported by a growing number of noted historians and scholars, including George Sherinian of the Zorian Institute, the Asia Minor and Pontus Hellenic Research Center is poised to fulfill its mission, the mission of expanding the knowledge of the genocide of as many as 700,000 Greeks of Asia Minor by the Turks, along with the expulsion of more than 1 million others from their homeland.
And of course they also targeted villages and businesses, and they went there and burned, and they got rid of the people this way. So it was a very systematic extermination campaign.
For those of Pontian heritage, this center's mission is both purposeful and personal.
My mother and my father, my mother is from Pontos and her family, and my father is actually from Eastern Thrace. So both of them had to be uprooted and make a new home in Greece.
As a result of the center's work, the memories of those who perished in the genocide of Ottoman Greeks in Asia Minor, Pontus, and Eastern Thrace will never fade, and their stories will be duly documented and disseminated.
This center can actually achieve something that cannot be otherwise achieved. It can achieve recognition of the genocide and dissemination of information about those events in the larger, broader English-speaking audiences.
And that is why the center is asking for your support to carry on its work of reprinting older historic materials, publishing and providing educational materials for schools, and organizing academic conferences. The center is also producing a high-end documentary film titled The Great Catastrophe, The Forgotten Greek Genocide, so that the stories of those who lost their lives in the first genocide of the 20th century are never forgotten. We thank you for your support.